He always hides from me. The little monkey hates me.
Don't be silly. Pop is crazy about you.
Don't lie to your grandmother, it's a sin.
Oh, well, maybe he's not crazy about you, but he's very, very fond of you.
He hates me. The man repairs complicated machinery for a living. 3 times this month, he couldn't set the handbrake on my wheelchair.
Grandma, that was just a coincidence.
Please, all 3 times was at the top of the stairs to the Flatbush subway station.
There you were. Well, I was ready for the fight of my life, but all you said was, "Why, darling, I just came out here to give you away with my blessing." Why, I think Marion Deck might be the best thing in the world for you, Blanche. Well, at 17, I wasn't about to do anything you wanted me to do.
Hello, friends! It's me, Mr. Terrific!
There's only one way to handle this.
Rose! Rose, no! Rose! Rose, don't go out! Rose, come back here!
Don't worry, Dorothy. I was trained in psychology back in St. Olaf.
That doesn't count, Rose. In St. Olaf, they think that Freud is a way to cook chicken.
Look, I don't care what anyone thinks. Lorraine and I are getting married, and that's final.
Lorraine, you marry him and you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Come on, girls.
Michael, you're making a very big mistake.
It's my life, Mom.
We can't let them go through with it.
Dorothy, they're adults. Adults can do whatever they want to.
Not necessarily. Adults aren't allowed to ride the little horsey in front of the A&P.
Looks like the road company of Cocoon.
Have a little respect. These are all masters of their crafts.
Hi, girls. Who are all these old men?
The Osmond brothers, Rose. The years without Donnie have not been kind to them. We clinked the glasses in a toast, and Stan gave me a coy smile, and I winked at him, and then I just downed the champagne in one gulp. And it didn't go down smoothly. Later, Stan told me that he put my engagement ring in the bottom of
What do you say we just forget the whole thing?
No way, I'm really mad.
All right, it's late and I'm tired, so listen up.
Oh, Ma, you're going to tell us a story.
No, I'm going to do shadow puppets. See? An elephant eating a peanut? Happy? Of course I'm going to tell a story. Picture it. Morocco, the 30s.
The 1930s?
No, 30 degrees. Do I look like Willard Scott? I got to tell you, being with you guys these last few weeks is the most fun I've had in years. You really made me forget my loneliness. Thanks. I can't believe it. I'm going to the Bahamas. Day-o, day-o, day-o.
Is it safe? Come in. Ma's at the drugstore. Come in, but make it quick. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, let's go. I really feel so terrible about running out on Ma like that.
I don't.
Hey, give it a rest, Raymond. You're in her mouth more than her dentist. Hello. Hi, Walter, how are you? Yeah, I feel like a caged animal in heat, too. Walter, you naughty boy. Keep on talking. What am I wearing? Well, to be perfectly honest, a nun's outfit.
Say, it's time to play Grab That Dough. Hands on buzzers. Let's begin with our trivia lightning round. What famous Tennessee Williams play was recently made into a film by Paul Newman? Willard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Rose.
Was it The Glass Menagerie?
That's correct for 100 points.
The old man and the seafood salad. I think I will have the For Whom the Stuffed Bell Pepper Tolls.
And I'll have a turkey sandwich on Catcher in the Rye bread with a side order of George Bernard slaw.
I gotta prepare the table.
Why Why are you doing that, Sophia?
It's a power move. The three of us against one of him, and I get to look down on him.
Ma, Mr. McCracken's here.
So now tell us, which one of us is it going to be? Dorothy here, or Rose, or a woman whose breasts you once described as perfect champagne glass-sized orbs of dancing loveliness?
Blanche, I did not say that.
Well, you agreed when I said it.
We're scared.
Scared of what?
Now, Dorothy, don't you laugh, but we're scared of the aliens.
Blanche, how many times have I told you not to call them the aliens? They are the Chungs, and they happen to be very nice.
They're not very nice. They eat dogs.
Ma, they do not eat dogs.
Right. It's just a coincidence that not one ever pees on their lawn.
Rose, honey, what are you still doing up?
Studying for my Spanish test, like somebody else I know should be.
Don't strain yourself. Here.
Blanche, these are the answers to the test. Where did you get these?
I'll give you one guess.
You slept with the teacher?
Look, about those dates I canceled.
Oh, honey, forget all about that. I know I have.
Blanche, can I call you later?
What? Oh, sure, if you want to, but I'm not sure I'll be at home. I just suddenly have this craving for dessert. Come on, Swin, we're going to your place.
Okay, we can try, but I've never sailed around the Cape of Good Hope this time of year.
Dorothy, what the hell are you doing with my brother?
Calm down, Stanley. It's just a routine search.
I can't believe that you're so desperate that you'd stoop to this.
You can't talk to me that way.
I was talking to Ted. Let's go.
Look, Stan, I'm not a child. I'll go when I'm ready.
Good for you, Ted.
Okay, I'm ready.
In 1968, I had an operation. Until that time, I lived life as part-time stenographer and mild-mannered housewife, Anna Maria Bonaducci.
He likes to jump into both legs all at once. A little hop step.
Rose, honey, there is nothing to be nervous about. Honey, the press wants to meet you because Gorbachev really respects your views on world peace. Boy, you know, when you say it out loud, it really sort of lays there. Didn't make me relaxed. Just makes me want to burp. Probably burp and the pressure in the cabin will change and we'll fly into a mountain.
That would be a good example of a mishap.
Rose, do me a favor. Fasten your seatbelt. Over your mouth.
Now, ladies, this is all very nice, but please, there's something I must say. You see, when you fired...
Oh, now, we don't have to go into that. Here, a little gift from us to you.
Well, isn't that nice? A tiara?
Well, you said to get something I'd buy for myself.
Well, I'm sure not putting my money into stocks and bonds. Hey, this is found money. This is fun money. This is hot beaches and sweaty men money. This is get naked and roll around on the ground money.
Even your money has more fun than I do.
Yowza, 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 ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 13th Annual Jefferson Hospital Heart Charity Dance Marathon. Yes, sir. One word of caution before we begin. Contrary to what some folks thought last year, this marathon is not part of the cardiac rehabilitation program here at the hospital.
Listen, Daisy, I don't like being intimidated, I do not like being threatened, and frankly, kid, I don't like you. And I am not going to buy you anything, and I'm going to tell your folks what you're doing, and then I'm going to call the school for bad girls, and they will come and pick you up and put you in a sack and take you away. And you will never eat ice cream or play jump rope again.
Because I want to buy a TV for my bedroom.
Ma, we have a perfectly good TV set in the living room.
Yeah, but you never let me watch what I like. And I want to make sure I don't miss that final episode of MASH I've been hearing so much about.
Sophia,
Honey, that show hasn't been on in years.
Is Hotel still on?
In biology class, she started telling kids that the human body was made up of 80% Ovaltine. When we were studying World War I, she told us mustard gas was something you got from eating too many hot dogs. That's why to this day in St. Olaf, everyone celebrates the 4th of July with a thin omelet on a bun.
And get up from the couch. Mama will be here any minute, and you look like a bum.
So what's the problem? She already thinks I'm a bum.
Salvador,
Yeah.
did you get me a present for Mother's Day?
Why? You're not my mother.
I'm the mother of your children.
1,000 nights of begging. 3 times you said yes. For that you want a present? It's not enough they declared a national holiday?
Mr. Terrific can do anything.
Of course you can, Mr. Terrific. Rose, don't argue with him. Mr. Terrific, I think that Lex Luthor and the Joker are harassing an old lady in the stairwell. Could you come in and melt them with your X-ray vision?
Mr. Terrific doesn't have X-ray vision.
Please, Rose, this is no time to point out his shortcomings.
What difference does it make that Lorraine's a little long in the tooth and Michael's a skinny white boy? Can't you see they love each other? We should be celebrating, not arguing whether or not it's right. Now, what do you say? We all join hands and sing a chorus of Abraham, Martin, and John.
Is she for real?
We're forced to sign a pledge when we're 15 that we won't do any of those things. It keeps people from painting their houses silly colors. I just don't know what to do. I'm going to have to sleep on it.
Sleep on it. Men, sex. All I do is listen to your sexual problems. How about my sexual problems?
Ma, what is your sexual problem?
I don't get any.
There was a basket with candles and wine and 2 long stem glasses and a big blanket. We had a perfect evening.
Oh, that is beautiful.
But isn't it a shame you didn't look behind the tree the first time? You could have had 2.
Dorothy, I have to tell you, not being able to spend any time alone with you is driving me crazy.
Oh, I know. Me too.
What do you say we go away, just the 2 of us for a few days?
I say yes.
How about we go to the Bahamas?
All right. Hey, I didn't say all we do is fight. We also talk about sex.
We already talked about sex.
I'm shocked.
Ma, you're going to miss us. The 4 of us had a lot of good times together.
There have been plenty of headaches, too.
Yeah, but one thing you have to admit, Sophia, it's certainly never dull around here.
Okay.
Embrace me, my sweet embraceable you. Embrace me, you irreplaceable you.
Dorothy, I just had a terrible nightmare.
Ma, what was it?
This.
In the case of Felder, like a cutting a loose. Dorothy!
Uncle Angelo, it is so good to see you.
Dorothy, you know something? You look more beautiful now than you did on your wedding day.
You just used up all 50 Hail Marys on that one.
Blanche, that entire introduction was nothing but lies.
I know, and I just loved it. Did you hear that applause?
Is that all you care about, money and applause?
And sex. For which I generally get applause.
We're going to go on national television in clothes we slept in all night.
We'll look like hell. We'll be exhausted. We won't be able to answer any questions.
Oh, would you stop complaining? We've got it easy. Back in Sicily, I was on a game show. It was torture.
What was it called, Sophia?
I just told you, torture. Mussolini asked the questions, and you better have the right answers. Things like, who do you like better, me or Hitler?
Barbara, this place is incredible.
Yes, it's the hangout for Miami's literary intelligentsia.
Thank you. Well, I've never seen a menu with a table of contents before.
Skip ahead to chapter 5. It's the lunch menu.
Oh, gee, everything sounds so good. The crepes of wrath. I can't take it anymore. I've got to say something to that guy.
Dorothy, I know how frustrating it is to just sit and watch, but there's nothing we can do. It's her daughter. It's her choice. It's like something that happened back in St. Olaf.
Oh, Rose, stop. Rose, why is it when any one of us makes an observation, the first thing we hear from you is back in St. Olaf? Did it ever occur to you that we might be sick and tired of hearing back in St. Olaf, back in St. Olaf, back in St. Olaf?
Gee, no, I never realized.
Coming. Blanche, hello. Come in, come in. Oh, you have brought your friends to see my studio. Well, what a pleasant surprise.
Laszlo, we all know. We figured it all out this afternoon.
So, I am caught at last. Well, what can I say?
Blanche and Rose, get out. Dorothy, it's you I want.
Dorothy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'd never seen him in overalls before.
Being with a man is not the same thing as living with a man.
You're right, Blanche. Living with a man eliminates the need for an overnight bag and a stop at the drugstore.
And the need for marriage, family, and tradition. Not to mention wedding showers, catered affairs, the bridal registry at Burdine's.
How's the studying going?
Oh, I still have a lot to cover. I'm going to be up for quite a while.
Okay, I'll just keep you company.
No, I don't want any company.
Just pretend I'm not here.
Oh, goody, a slumber party. Mind if I join you?
What is the matter with you two?
What makes you think something's the matter?
Okay. I want to see 6 hands above that blanket right now.
We expect you each to cough up $2,500 in 30 days.
Well, what if we can't?
We'll just have to put a lien on your bank accounts, your property, and your salaries. And if that doesn't work, we'll just have to incarcerate you.
Oh, my God. We're going to jail.
That's right, Stanley. And please, let me know where you and Bubba register for your China.
Oh, shame on you sneaking up on us like that. And in front of this young child, too.
Well, Blanche, this is Linda.
Hello, Linda, honey. Is your daddy taking you out to lunch?
Well, Linda's just a friend, Blanche.
Oops. Oh, Lord, I'm just so embarrassed at you catching me in swim like this. Of course, you should have seen us a few minutes ago. We were feeding each other.
Just tell me where Ted is. Is he still asleep?
Stan, it's not what you think.
Hey, I read you, babe. Mum's a word. He's in the shower, right? Hey, yo, Ted.
Stanley, your brother isn't here.
Where is he?
Well, how should I know? He left last night around 11:30.
That doesn't make sense.
You're telling me?
Blanche, I said hello.
I don't normally speak to people who call me a liar.
Now, look, Blanche, we're in public now. There's no reason to be hostile.
Oh, yes, there is. I don't like you.
And horizontal stripes make you look like Roger Ebert. There, now do you really want to put this on a childish level of name-calling?
Yes.
So do I.
Traitor.
Tramp.
Backstabber.
Homewrecker.
Indian giver. I guess I'm just nervous about that press conference tomorrow. I've never had a press conference before. The idea of all those reporters coming to the house to ask me questions scares me to death.
Oh, honey, relax. Reporters are just people. They put on their pants one leg at a time. Except for that sports writer, Steve Maxwell. Meant like the armrest.
Look, girls, I found this big bolt in the aisle. Where do you think it goes?
With me, off this plane. What was that?
Oh, that was them shutting the door.
They shut the door?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Candy. I'll be your flight hostess.
Gee, I hope Marguerite likes champagne.
Champagne. Don't you think we may be going a little overboard with this?
Dorothy, remember the Crow Man.
Do we have any caviar to go with this champagne?
That must be... Oh, girls, I'm scared.
Now, just take a deep breath and relax. There's nothing to be scared of. Okay, Dorothy, get the door. Although,
I'm not sure what the normal temperature is for a pig.
I know a ham turns out nicely at 325. I'm sorry, Rose. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm delirious with grief.
Well, let me give you a little friendly advice. You're wasting your time. Because that $1,000 prize is going to be mine. When I was younger, I was known as the dancing fool.
How old were you when they dropped the dancing pen?
There's a myth about people named Alvin.
The myth about black men in the bedroom.
Is that a Greek myth?
Hello, Michael.
Okay, that's it. When she gets off the phone, we're going for lunch. I'm tired of listening to these lousy Mother's Day stories.
Sophia, don't you have a Mother's Day story?
I said I was tired of listening to lousy Mother's Day stories. I wouldn't mind telling a good one. Picture, Brooklyn, 1957. The second Sunday in May. Dorothy had gone to pick up my mother and I was getting the house ready, which mostly meant trying to get my Salvador into a shirt with sleeves.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Rose. I can see your house from here.
Really? Where?
Rose.
Honey, we want you to come in off the ledge. We're worried about you.
There's nothing to worry about. I'm not going to jump. That would be crazy.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm going to fly.
Grandma, this is my fiancée, Lorraine, and this is her mother and her 2 aunts.
Oh, wait. This is your fiancé?
Yeah, that's right.
You couldn't find someone your own age?
What is that supposed to mean?
No offense, but it means your daughter looks like she's been around the block more times than a good humor man.
Dorothy, if you're nervous about meeting Lorraine, I just think how nervous she must be.
Oh, I know. I'll never forget when I first met Stan's mother.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Better than anyone I know.
What color is black people's dandruff?
Rose, black people don't have dandruff. God figures they've been through enough already.
I'm afraid I'm responsible for making Al do something he really doesn't want to do.
Well, so what? Maybe you were responsible, but it got him up off his duff. What's wrong with that?
Absolutely the best thing for him. And the best thing for you, Rose. Listen, have you even considered taking him up on his offer?
Oh, no, I couldn't. I have responsibility.
Rose, haven't you ever done anything just wild and crazy and impetuous?
No, I'm from St. Olaf. Hi, girls. Why don't you pour yourself some champagne? We're celebrating Al's retirement.
So you finally went through with it, huh, Al?
Yep. I finally called it quits at the deli. Sold it all. Locks, stock, and barrel. Get it? Locks.
He made up that joke yesterday, but it's just as funny now as it was then.
Some jokes are timeless.
We went for a date in his big old Packard. Well, halfway home, we ran out of gas. It was dark, it was cold, so we held each other close. Both of us knew right then and there this was the night. Sure enough, pretty soon the windows were all fogged up from the heat generated by our bodies. Honey, oh, hi, Dorothy. Honey, can I talk to you?
No, go away.
But I can't sleep, Sophia, and it's all because Rose isn't talking to me.
I could care less. Now get out of my room.
Sophia?
I'm not in. Wait for the beep, then leave a message. Beep.
Hi, this is Rose.
Our dinner was just wonderful, Raymond.
And the rolls were the best I ever tasted. You want one?
No, thank you, Sophia.
How about some coffee?
Sorry, I didn't steal any, but I have plenty of matches.
Oh, I think he sounds really nice.
He is. We've had a wonderful time together these past few weeks. You know, girls, I really like him. And I think he likes me.
Just don't ruin it and sleep with him.
Of course not, Ma. I only do that with men I plan to scar psychologically. No.
I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie, all the day and night time. hear me sigh.
Oh, Stanley Zbornak, I don't believe that you're trying to charm me.
Is it working?
I don't think so.
Then you leave me no choice. I'll have to pull out the big gun.
You're wasting your time, Stanley. I'm familiar with the big gun.
Is how to make a fist. Let's meet our lucky contestants. First on the green team, we have Dorothy Zbornak, an English teacher originally from Brooklyn, New York. She now lives in Miami with her mother, who will gladly pay anyone who will take her out for a date.
Rose, honey, would you pass me the toffee?
Oh, with pleasure, Blanche.
Thank you, Rose.
You're more than welcome, Blanche. You can always count on me to hand you the toffee.
I know. That's why I always ask you.
You know, I think I saw Jack and Janet give Chrissy this treatment on an episode of Three's Company.
Oh, at last a reference from Dorothy that even we illiterates can understand.
I guess her well of knowledge has run dry. That's a metaphor, Dorothy.
Well, we better go. We don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, I want to get there early, buy Becky a Dodger cap, see how many people mistake her for Tommy Lasorda.
That's it.
All right. That is it. Dorothy, now calm down. We'll bring you back a cap, too.
Where's everybody going? We'll be back in an hour. Oh, Ma, why don't you just sit right over here and read your magazine, okay?
Oh, okay. Don't try to outsmart me, Dorothy. I got the mind of a fox and the butt muscles of Baryshnikov.
Ladies, please! Now, we're not going to get anything more accomplished unless you sit down, take it easy, and discuss this ration. Using only English words. Now, we talked about Rose, we talked about Blanche. Nobody has said a word about Dorothy.
That's because they're afraid of her.
I can also honestly say that I'm amazed the way this lays out. You only owe the government a small amount.
You're kidding.
No, $5,000.
5,000? We don't have that kind of money.
Uncle Sam doesn't like to hear that.
Aunt Dorothy doesn't enjoy saying it.
Shut up and hold my hand.
What?
Hold my hand. Now look in my eyes. Look deep into my eyes. Look like you want to kiss me. Okay, move your lips around. Now go like this.
Blanche, I don't count
Okay,
really.
okay, get ready to kiss me.
Blanche.
Get set.
Blanche.
Go.
I was making a souffle and it got away from me.
Morning, ladies. Hey, the way you leave that back door open, any idiot could walk in here.
And the idiot did.
So, Blanche. Ba-ba-ba-boom, huh?
What?
Last night with Ted. Cha-cha-cha. Tango-tango. Ole, ole.
Nobody here speaks Spanish, Stan.
Dorothy, I've been chatting with your boy Kessler. Give me another hour, I guarantee I'll have his secret figured out.
What secret?
You got cheese in your ears? I said, give me another hour.
Ooh, get away from me, you bloodhounds. I have nothing to say to you. Except this. From now on, when my name appears in print, it better read Blanche Devereaux, comma, 39.
The best audience in the world. The best audience in the world.
Rose.
Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Blanche. You all right, honey? Oh, I'm fine. I just had a dream. We were all in Moscow. It was snowing and we were all wearing fake furs.
I'm so proud of you, Dorothy. You're just doing beautifully. Nobody would dream you have a fear of flying, unless they happen to glance at the bruises on my forearm. You think maybe you could hold on to something else for a while, honey?
Oh, of course, honey. I'm sorry.
Ask her if she wants her job back.
That's a great idea. I'm going to go call her right now.
Wait a minute. Nobody is calling anybody. Now, look, this whole thing has gotten way out of hand. First of all, there is no such thing as a curse. Now, all right, we've had a little bad luck, but ladies, I mean, that's life. I mean, when you look at it, has anything that out of the ordinary really happened?
Poor baby. This morning he was so full of life and now he looks just terrible.
Rose, honey, don't torture yourself. Now, baby is very, very old. Whenever one of God's creatures outlives its normal life expectancy, why, it can go at any minute.
Would you mind not looking at me when you say that?
You know what your problem is, Blanche? You can't stand a little competition. Which is why you tried to keep this whole thing a secret from me.
Well, I noticed you're here too, Dorothy, so you tried to keep it a secret from me. Hi, girls.
At 2, Judas.
No, it's me, Rose.
You.
Good morning.
Well, kid, what do you want?
I changed my mind. I was wrong to ask for all those gifts.
Dorothy, you see, I knew she'd come to her senses.
I decided cash is better.
You can't afford that.
That's why I'm doing alterations. You think I need a wardrobe this size to go to Mulberry Street and squeeze a zucchini?
Oh, Ma.
What's so funny?
I lied. I wanted the job so that we could buy Pop a television for his birthday.
Then it's settled. You buy us one, we'll buy you one.
You.
Good morning.
Well, kid, what do you want?
I changed my mind. I was wrong to ask for all those gifts.
Dorothy, you see, I knew she'd come to her senses.
I decided cash is better.
Well, of course, there were no flowers that year because of what happened to old man Smith. He was our town florist. He was also our town's only blacksmith. Come to think of it, he was our town's only black man. Anyway, when he first moved in, the town council decided to give him a traditional Scandinavian welcome, gathering on his front lawn and singing songs and dressing up in bed sheets.
Oh, I thought he was a wonderful catch at the time. He was 40, out of work, twice divorced, had 3 kids. But the real reason I wanted to marry him was because his oldest daughter was a rival of mine at cheerleading. And I figured if I married Deck, I'd be her mama. I could kick her off the squad.
Hi there, Mr. Terrific. How you doing?
Terrific.
Why don't you come inside?
I can't fly from inside. That's how Superman does it. I have to fly from the ledge. That's how we do it back on the planet Twyla.
How's he doing?
I'll be honest. Right now, Squeaky Foam has a better grasp on reality.
Oh, Sophia, did they deliver my new bed?
Yeah, and they were here all day setting it up.
All day for that simple little bed?
Simple. I haven't seen so much brass since the brass knuckle at RV show at the Palermo Hilton.
I don't believe it, they delivered the wrong bed.
Blanche, do you think...
Not now.
What's her hurry?
Didn't you see that enormous thing in her bedroom?
I thought she'd stopped seeing Roger.
Just make it a young black man. Why, I could name 10 fine, rich, young black men off the top of my head.
Wait just a minute till I get a pencil.
Mama, I love Michael. I don't care about his color.
Honey, it's just a phase. Ever since Diana Ross started marrying white men, everyone's got to have one.
Look, Mrs. Wagner, I'm not thrilled about my son marrying your daughter either.
Oh, yeah? Why, you got something against black people?
Of course not. And I resent the insinuation. Why, we firmly believe that all men are created equal.
That's a bunch of baloney.
Right.
Well, it is. If you don't believe me, just turn on your television set and watch a white person dance down the line on Soul Train. Of course I'm upset about Al. I don't know what to do.
Well, I know what I'd say if a man asked me to sail around the world.
Please, you can't get anybody to ask you out for a cup of coffee. Sail around the world. That'll be the day. In fact, there's a line waiting around the block. We'll have to install one of those ticket machines like they have at the bakery. Around the world, yeah.
I get the picture.
It's my fault. He thought the only way he could keep me was if he had money to buy me expensive things. I gotta convince him to turn himself in. If he doesn't, I'll go to the police myself. It's the last time I let a man toy with my affections. From now on, it's strictly physical.
Ma, you said Charles de Gaulle.
Yeah, right. I slept with Charles de Gaulle. I could have been the first lady of France, but I married your father instead. A man who cleaned his toenails with a shrimp fork. Hey. Move it along, would you, Itzhak? We're trying to have a conversation here.
Just fine. Stan's Fornack doesn't have to beg a woman to get into bed. Women come to me.
Yeah, right after they get the approval number on your MasterCard.
Good night.
Oh, shut up. It's the Gatlin brothers, Rose. The Kaplan brothers are those gentlemen standing right there.
You're dumping me and Rose for those two yutzes?
Oh, Ma, believe me, it's for the best. If we split up, we double our chances of going home with something.
Cut the bull. You don't want us because you think we're too stupid.
30 seconds to air. Take your places, please.
Oh, don't be mad, Ma.
Get bent. We're going to cream you.
We're going to go on national television in clothes we slept in all night.
We'll look like hell. We'll be exhausted. We won't be able to answer any questions.
Oh, would you stop complaining? We've got it easy. Back in Sicily, I was on a game show. It was torture.
What was it called, Sophia?
I just told you, torture. Mussolini asked the questions, and you better have the right answers. Things like, who do you like better, me or Hitler?
Like when I say men are blinded by my beauty, they're not really blinded. They get their sight back in a day or two.
Oh, Barbara, this is my mother, Sophia.
Ah, Sophia, your daughter is one of the most beautiful people I've ever met.
Boy, you writers never stop using your imagination. Well, goodbye.
Well, we're off to the game.
Blanche, I didn't know you played baseball.
Oh, we're not going to play baseball, Rose. We're going to see a game.
Mama offered to drive us over to Vero Beach to see the Dodgers play. Jeremy's a big baseball fan.
Becky's a bigger one. Becky's a bigger everything.
Not everything, Jeremy.
I wonder if he knows which one of us he wants. I mean, he told me that I had something that Blanche didn't have, and he probably told Dorothy she had something that I don't. Maybe now he's back to Blanche.
I think he's been very unfair. We really ought to all stop going, then he'd have no sculpture.
It would serve him right.
Yes, it would.
Well, all right then, girls. Let's make a pact. None of us will go back. And we'll seal it by both of you giving me your keys, and I'll keep all three of them safe in my hotel.
I just don't know what to do.
Well, frankly, Rose, I think you're just rushing things. But I don't know. Maybe it's better to live with Buddy than to just charge full steam ahead and marry him.
No, it isn't. This is morally wrong. It is ethically offensive. It's an out-and-out sin. And if you're not doing something stupid, you're saying something stupid, or wearing something stupid, or cooking something stupid.
Rose, what do you think of Blanche saying these things?
I think she's a girl karma knocking.
Well, what exactly does that mean?
Literally, it's the precise moment when Dog Dude turns white.
You know, folks, I've been at this job almost 4 years now, and in that short time, I can honestly say that I have never seen such an inept, clumsy, downright stupid attempt to avoid paying income tax.
Thanks. That means a lot coming from you.
Oh, my Lord, look who just walked in.
Who?
Floyd. And look at that young thing with him. Why, she's half his age.
She's half your age.
Drink this. It's a secret potion from the old country, guaranteed to put you to sleep.
Looks like milk.
Trust me, Rose. Drink it. Slowly. That's right. Down the hatch. We call this Sicilian Somonix. Now, you might feel a slight tingling, but believe me, you'll sleep like a baby.
Are you trying to tell me that people like you better now because they think you went to bed with a gorgeous, intelligent woman?
Here, see for yourself. This is today's poll. Blanche, I never expected that they would figure out it was you in that picture. I felt terrible when they did.
Well, how do you think I feel? People think I slept with you. I did the dumbest thing. I walked out of this house and completely forgot it's a full moon. Under those conditions, a sunshine cadet master must wear full headdress. Here I come, girls!
Kemosabe, I think the world is in heap big trouble.
Well, then I'm not going either. Oh, I don't believe my ears. Girls, the entire purpose of this trip is to conquer our fears. Why, if we back out now, that'll mean our fears have conquered us. And I will not allow that. We are going to march out that door right now like the strong, confident women I know we are. Chins up, chests out, buttocks tight. I know buttocks tight has nothing to do with it. It just looks good.
Well, it makes perfect sense to me.
I rest my case.
Come on, Dorothy, you have to admit terrible things have been happening since we fired Marguerite. Our plumbing went bad, the refrigerator broke down, we've all had car trouble. You haven't slept a wink. And now Blanche's boyfriend's dumped her for a porker.
Don't look at me. I'm not going to do it.
Why not?
Because what you two are doing is making me sick. Degrading yourself by living with a filthy animal. And for what? Money. It's humiliating. I don't want any part of it.
What if we cut you in?
What time does he eat?
Girls, come quick, baby just collapsed.
25 grand in 10 seconds? Now I know how Johnny Carson feels.
I can last just as long as you can.
Oh, Dorothy, please. I think I do have a little more endurance than you.
Blanche, we are not dancing on our backs.
You take that back.
I will not. You just implied that I'm an old lady.
Oh, well, honey, I didn't mean to imply it. I meant to say it flat out.
You must be very proud of her.
I am. So when was it you visited St. Olaf?
Oh, Lord, it must be 50 years ago now. I went to a wedding. A distant cousin of mine married a local St. Olaf girl.
What was the girl's name?
Sonia Jungen...
Jungen Fraulich Steiner, bro? Well, he's right here. Where'd he go?
Mr. Terrific's out on the ledge. Looks like he's about to jump.
Hey, where's everybody going? We've got a show to do. You're on.
I'm on in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hi, kids.
Look, race is not even an issue. I mean, your daughter is twice my son's age. What can a woman in her 40s possibly have in common with a boy in his 20s?
Sex. At 20, a man is at his peak, and a woman in her 40s is also at her peak. So when the two come together, hot damn!
Kind of black. What does that mean, kind of black? I mean, that's like being kind of Spanish. You know, either you are or you aren't.
She is.
Oh, God.
Emilio Estevez is kind of Spanish, Dorothy.
Rose has been cooking.
Yeah, and it turned out perfect. But I'm still upset.
You upset because you don't know what to do about Al?
No, Blanche. She's upset because Jimmy Swaggart can't cover his motel bill.
Isn't that right, Vincenzo? Today, he's a pathetic shell of a man who spends all day trying to look up women's dresses. Relax. He doesn't speak a word of English. Watch. Vincenzo, you're a wrinkled old pervert, right?
What do you mean you're not calling the police? The man just told you we robbed a bank.
He also told me he had a very good reason. He did it for love.
Gee, the most any man ever did for me was getting all his sheep to lie down in a field and spell out my name.
Well, why are you bringing your life into our living room?
There have been some robberies in Rocco's building, and he asked me to store his valuables.
Yeah, but Ma, we don't have enough space for this stuff.
Don't worry, I have plenty of space in my room. Come on, Rocco.
And listen, when the two of you go in there, I want you to leave the door open.
Yes, Mrs. Cleaver.
The next thing she knows, it's hours later. The place is empty, and the Frenchman's got his schnoz down her blouse. This begins a beautiful love affair. Kids, I was that peasant girl, and the schnoz was Charles the Mole.
Charles the Mole?
Yeah, Charles the Mole. He was the wheelman for Louis the Ice Pick.
I've decided I'm going to run for fashion show chairman.
Well, you're just wasting your time. Who on that fashion committee is going to vote for you? I'm going to win.
Well, I don't see how that's possible. Everybody on the committee is female. Who are you going to sleep with?
Are you insinuating that I cannot win it on merit alone? All women?
I know, and I want to go to bed, so you two kids, please, make up.
Yeah, fine, we're made up.
Thank you. Good night, the sweet dreams.
Dorothy, I know it's been a while, but try and control yourself. I need some rest. What the hell is that for?
You're not getting into this bed, Stanley.
Then where am I supposed to sleep?
On the floor like any dog.
Oh, fine.
We're about to go on the air. Now let's divide up into teams. And remember to jump up and down and scream a lot.
Come on, Dorothy, we're on.
Sophia, Rose, honey, before you all go out, there's something you ought to know. Dorothy and I are going to team up with the Kaplan brothers.
The Kaplan brothers? You mean you and Dorothy are joining a country western band?
Did you have a problem with my book, dear?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. All those waves, big waves, little waves, dark waves rolling in, page after page. I had to take a Dramamine to get through chapter 3.
Blanche, the waves are a metaphor. You see, a metaphor...
I know what a metaphor is, dear. I'm not a dummy.
Blanche, what's a metaphor?
Oh, Ma, you don't have to help with the dishes.
I had to come in here. I couldn't listen to that anymore.
You mean Jeremy's rude remarks?
I mean Rebecca talking about marrying that jerk.
Are you telling me Rebecca and Jeremy are planning to get married?
Yeah, I overheard them talking.
Maybe you misunderstood.
Please, me misunderstand? My bladder may be weak, my eyesight may be failing, my bones may be brittle. I see your point. Maybe you better double check.
Tell me honestly, Blanche, do you have any reason to believe that Laszlo might be interested in you?
Well, just the fact that on numerous occasions he has referred to me as his greatest artistic inspiration ever, bar none.
Me too.
Me too.
Oh, let's face it, girls. We have no idea which one of us Laszlo wants to use.
Well, I think it's obvious, Dorothy. The man is an artist. He has taste. He cannot help but pick the woman with the most grace, the most style, the most femininity. Girls, there is a busload of Greek sailors out front. They won't know how many drachma there are in $8.
I know it didn't turn out so well, but it was an honest mistake. Besides, something good came out of it. We learned to make souvlaki.
May I remind you that as an employee of the Internal Revenue Service, it is my sole obligation to see that the government gets all the money it has coming to it?
And I'll bet you do a fine job of it.
Thank you. However, I have no personal stake in this whatsoever. Now, is that understood?
Oh, yes, yes.
You bet, my man.
Then cut the crap, paisan.
If you don't mind, Blanche, I'd like to pay for lunch.
Oh, don't be silly, Swain.
I mean it. You gave me a great tour of the city today. I don't think we have that many women's shoe stores in my whole country.
4 nights in a row, and I still can't sleep.
Please, I haven't had a decent night's sleep since I was 70.
Right, I shouldn't complain. I mean, 4 nights is nothing compared to Elsa Uteruden back in St. Olaf. She stayed awake for 17 straight days in a rocking chair marathon. Of course, she couldn't have done it without the moral support of her children and her husband and his cattle prod.
Yes, this is Blanche, and how did you get this number? And better yet, why am I even talking to you? I don't like you. Matter of fact, I hate you. You can just tear up my number and then go climb back under your slimy rock with all the rest of your slimy friends. And don't you ever call here again. Dorothy, call Stan. Rose, the most unbelievable thing has happened. Remember that letter you wrote to Gorbachev? He's answered it. He wants to see you.
What did Reagan say?
Well, nothing. He didn't send a letter.
Well, that is unbelievable. I wrote him 2 days earlier.
Of course I'm all right. It's just that halfway to the contest I realized I forgot the wine.
For your muscles, Marinara?
No, for me. I always drink wine during cooking contests and my sister Sam.
Dorothy, Sophia's not sick. She didn't eat a bad cannoli. So whoever called and said that was just making the whole thing up. Well, maybe you're right. Need any help?
Get away from me, you jinx. I mean, no thank you, Rose.
Girls, you'll never guess what happened. Norman threw me over for a fat woman.
I'll call my relatives and see if somebody can take him off my hands.
Him and the $100,000. Remember, Blanche, the pig is going to drop any day.
Rose, come back here, honey. I guess maybe I was a little bit too hasty. Baby isn't really all that much trouble. Heck, this is an old nightgown, and, well, he is kind of cute.
And he's not the first pig to watch you take a shower, and that's my last pig joke, I swear it.
Well, Dorothy, Russell, hi, what are y'all doing here?
Russell and I just entered the dance marathon.
Really? So did I.
Yes. It's for charity. I thought it would be fun.
Uh-huh. Well, have yourself a good time and try not to overdo it.
Blanche, what is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just that these things can be a little strenuous for a woman of your years.
Who am I, Mamie Eisenhower?
I didn't know Alvin that long, but I thought we were getting close. I can't believe he just walked away.
Fernando was always there for me. Whenever I was scared or down about something, I'd just roll over and snuggle up against him in bed.
I never went to bed with Alvin. The thought never crossed my mind, which is odd because I've always wondered about that myth.
Hello, xin chào các bạn nha. Hôm nay mình sẽ bầu vào ổi. Ổi đây là ổi mình chảy tại vườn nhà mình nên rất là đảm bảo và ngon. Ổi nhà mình rồng. Mình thích ăn những quả xanh xanh này, nó sẽ giòn hơn. Bây giờ mình sẽ rửa qua. Đây nha các bạn nha. Mình đã rửa qua đi ạ. Do ổi nhà mình rồng nên là mình sẽ không phải ngâm. Mình chỉ rửa qua đi cho nó sạch thôi ạ. Vì ổi nhà mình không có thuốc sâu gì hết. Thơm luôn các bạn ạ.